Welcome back. Let's put this in the ether. Wise man says, only fool rush in. Right? I heard that from an Elvis song, right? It's very true, right? A wise man, that's the wisest things you could do. The wisest thing you could do, right? Only fool rush in. Meaning that in life, in a relationship, in anything that has to do with your life, you do not rush into things without thinking about it, without considering the consequences, without considering every factors, especially in a relationship. You do not meet a girl out of nowhere and suddenly rush into getting married with her, especially a girl in her 30s, all right? A lot of these women out there, you gotta protect yourself, men. A lot of these women out there, they realize that the time is running out. The time is running out when they hit their 30s, when they hit the wall, when they finally realize that they have to secure the bag, right? Women, they don't think about securing their bag when they're in their 20s, because in their 20s, right, they think they have all the time in the world, so they go do all these foolish things, sleep around, having high body counts. Then when they realize that the time's running out, they realize that their beauty is fading. That's when they have to secure the bag and try to get a man to commit immediately. This is a trap for a lot of men, right? Men feel like, some of these men out there feel like they have to rush into a relationship because they feel like that if they're not in rush into a relationship, they miss out on these opportunities for them to have kids. Guys, you need to understand, for men, depending how healthy you can have kids at whatever age as you want. Look at Robert De Niro. He's like 70 or 80 years old. He just got a woman's pregnant, right? He just got, this 40-year-old woman pregnant, right? His martial art teacher, right? He's old right now, and he just got another kid's on the way. This should show you guys, you could have your kid at any age you want. Because of this factor, you should not rush in and get it into a relationship. Right? Don't think that you cannot have a kid at your older age. Because of this thing, right? Because of this facts. You don't have to rush in. What do you do when you rush in, right? And applies to everything in life. What do you do when you rushes, right? When you rush into things, you're bound to make mistakes because you don't think about it, right? You rush through your homework, you rush through your tests, right? You just go through your tests and start marking answers because you think you can know. What does that usually happen? That usually causes you to make mistakes in your tests, and you're bound to get some question wrong when you rush into it. This is why when you take your test, you take it slow and easy so you can think of the right answers. You try to accumulate as much point as you can to get a passing grade. This applies to life as well. Right? Especially to a woman. You need time to vet a woman. Right? Right? Any woman you meet, the longer it takes, the better it is. Because women, they are very patient. I'm telling you this. They are very patient. They can hide their true intentions for a long time. Right? You have to wait until that one moment when the bubble bursts. Right? And she show her true self. Right? But that in the meantime, she can hold her bluff for a long time. Alright? She can keep a straight face for a long time. You gotta hold out as long as you can. Right? Diverge, right? Circumvent the situation when it comes to marriage. When she asks you that question. When she asks you, what are we, right? That means she's rushing it. Right? She's rushing into your relationship. What are we? What do you call this, right? This thing that we're in right now. What are we? Are we a couple? Are we a boyfriend? Are we a girlfriend? Right? If she bring out that kind of conversations, right? That's a red flag. That's just she's trying to rush you. Right? Or if she brings something like family, I want to start a family. That means she's in a rush to start a family with you. Do not fall for this trap. Right? When they hit that old age, they want to start a family immediately. Immediately securing the bag. Not caring about you. They only care about themselves when they hit that age. Alright? So don't rush into this. Any relationship at all with a female or anybody, right? Just don't rush. Take your time. Guys have time and all the time in the world. Alright? When it comes to a relationship. Right? That's it. When it comes to a relationship, take your time. Don't rush to it. Don't make one of these mistakes. Like all these young guys out there that's getting married at a young age. When you get married at a young age, you're bound to get divorced sooner or later. Right? You're bound to get divorced sooner or later, right? A guy's usually, when a guy married at a young age, he's bound to be married several times already in his lifetime, right? That's if he's still blue-pilled. If he married at the age of 21, he can get tired of her, right? They can file for divorce. Then they get married at the age of 30, get tired of her, file a divorce. marry at the age of 40, tired, get divorced, yada yada yada. Like I said, right in my previous video, marriage is just a checkpoint. It's just a stop, a pit stop, right? For blue pill men, right? But for a red pill man, for guys who've been red pill, been married once, that's it. He's not going to fall for it again. Right? So I'm telling you guys out there, for the new guys out there, don't rush into getting a relationship. Don't make a relationship your driving point in life. Right? Your goal in life is not to be in a relationship. Right? Well, the Bible said, be fruitful and multiply. The Bible did not say, oh, get in a relationship. Right? Because a man could have multiple relationships, either with his wife or a concubine. Alright? He could have multiple relationships. Alright? So, if that's the case, you should not rush into getting this. Get your back hustle, be successful first, chase whatever you want first, before you start a family. Because a family, especially in modern time, is very expensive. Right? It's very expensive. And the girl, they don't care about this stuff. They think that when they get with you, they think that you have enough money for this, right? They try to hold you down, hold you back, right? Don't fall for this. Wait until you get yourself stable, right? Stable, secure, right? Then think about it, right? You want to think about everything. Think about the consequence. Think 10 times ahead, right? What's going to happen, right? What's going to happen if she's not going to be with you no more? You got to think about this, right? When in a relationship, you got to put in all these factors in. What happened if she should decide to leave you, right? Don't expect everything's a fairy tale, right? Women, when they think it's a fairy tale, guys should not think like that. Guys should not think everything's a fairy tale, right? Because in life, it's not a freaking fairy tale. It's not. You have to accept that fact. For men, you have to accept and come to a realization that things are not a fairy tale book, right? There's bound to be strife in your relationship. You got to accept that. There's bound to be some point where she disagrees. Not everybody disagree with each other 100%. Not even couples agree with each other 100%. And it comes to a time when you guys are argue, bicker about the smallest thing in life, right? When it comes to that time, then you can realize, okay, is she there for real, or is she there for in the meantime? How long is she willing to put up with you, right? If that's the case, right, you should guard yourself as much as possible. Put in this implementation. Get a prenuptial. All these stuff, right? Get a lawyer, right? Put your money in different various accounts, which you don't know it. I'm not saying well, you have to protect your assets somehow, right? Protect your assets somehow. Put your name, put your asset in other people that you trust in their name. Put it under your father's name, your mother's name, right? So she can't have no reason to get a hand of your asset. Right, this stuff, but besides the point, I digress on that. That's another video. But I'm just saying, do you want to think about everything you want to do, right? Don't be foolish. Only fool people rush in. Only fools rush into a relationship, married, go to Vegas, right? Get hitched on the first time, right? You do not, when it comes to this kind of commitment, marriage is a serious commitment. It's a serious commitment. It's a business proposition. That's what it is. It's a business contract when you look at it. And there's nothing to be done. A lot of guys, they get married. Marriage will end a lot of guys' life. Guys will off themselves so much because of this. They don't know the facts. They haven't been red pill. They haven't been exposed to the truth of these relationships. Some of these guys out there, when they're in a relationship, it's probably their first relationship out of a long time. Their first relationship. They haven't been to many relationships yet, right? Girls have been multiple relationships more than men. Guys hardly have any relationship, right? The majority of men out there. If they're lucky enough to get one girl, that's basically it, right? And they haven't been through the experience of being with multiple girls, multiple relationships, don't know how to handle things. If something pop off, if something goes off, right? This is why guys need to listen, be aware, right? Learn from other guys, learn from older men, wise men, right? They'll tell you, don't rush into this stuff. Use all the time in the world to hold back as long as you can when it comes to marriage, right? Hold back as long as you can. Because she's gonna nag. You're gonna notice it when she's gonna bring that subject up, right? And I guess avoid to answer that question, right? If she wanna leave, fine it. Then she's not the right one for you. You wanna pick a person that's willing to stick up with you, through thick and thin, right? If marriage is her only concern, get out, right? Marriage is her only concern, right? But guys, only full rush into this kind of thing. Only full rush into a marriage. You gotta be a fool to rush into this. You date for a girl for 1 year, the next you gonna ask for marriage. No, that's not how it goes. Hold out as long as possible, right? Date her as long as possible, as long as you're willing to, right? As long as is her reproductive organ still worthy of you to reproduce with her, all right? As long as she's able to have as much kid as she can, but don't rush into this. Don't feel obligated. Don't be pressured by family members, because this is your life. This is not your family member's life. This is not your brother's life. This is not your mom's life. This is not your dad's life. This is your life. You have to freaking be careful what you deal with, especially modern women. You don't know how conniving they are. You know how devious they are. You know how manipulative they are. They could manipulative, right? Manipulate you into getting married. All right. But on that note, guys. On that note, only full rush in. All right. And if you have something to say, leave a comment below if I missed something. And as always, peace and blessings.